Now we don't have to. Good night, everybody.
He's asleep. He's asleep again.
That's why he picks the movies he does, because he sleeps through most of them.
Yeah. No, that is not true.
It started already. What's going on? It's your boy, PhatSamuraiGuy. Welcome back to another episode of Best and Worst of 2025. Yes, you know him, you love him. Here he is. The commentary beast has returned. Yes, he's in the Matrix. That's right. Yes.
And his responsibilities are uncovered. My responsibilities are covered.
And there he is, award-winning author, Ric Meyers, Kung Fu Santa.
Hey, yes. I was meaning to tell you, I found out yesterday, you could legitimately call me not just an award-winning, but an award-winning author, best-selling writer. You can't say I'm a best-selling author because my bestsellers are both ghostwritten.
Oh, okay.
But you can't call me a best-selling writer.
All right. Yes, and we have the legends are here. Oh, there he is, Anubis. What's going on?
Anubis.
Yeah, good to see Severio. Yeah, he's already picking Road to Revenge. And everybody's putting their picks in. Awesome. Make sure you guys put in your picks in chat. Yeah. And all of you that watch later, let us know in the comments below your favorites and your picks for the worst of 2025. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to kick it off really quickly because it's always fast with me. And then we'll go to Frank. I gotta bring it up.
Yeah, but let me let the audience know that since I can't reply to Phat's list, I will react facially.
Why can't you reply to his list?
Because we don't want to take up all this time. He's just going to read the list. He's not going to look up, and rather than interrupt him, I'll just make faces.
List in no particular order. I just made these lists for fun. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a list for just action movies and a list for just horror coming soon. So this is just for funsies while we're here. All right, worse. All right, no particular order. In the Lost Lands. It physically hurt my eyes to watch that piece of shit. Next up, Red Sonja. It's sad. It's sad. It makes me sad. Okay. Snow White. Yeah. I said, fuck it. Let me go ahead and try to watch it, see how bad it is. And it's bad. I was not prepared. Jurassic World Rebirth. I fell asleep in the theater. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Extremely embarrassing for everyone involved. Yes. The Running Man. I feel that people that really highly praise this movie have not seen a lot of action movies. Next up, G20. It's a piece of shit. The Strangers Chapter 2. Just as bad as The Strangers Chapter 1. The Electric State. Another movie where I was bored out of my mind and annoyed. I don't care how good the special effects robots looked. I did not care. I wanted to end. I wanted it to end.
Yeah, the story's important.
What's up?
The story's important.
Oh, is it?
It's not just tech. Tech is not the most important thing. Story is the most important thing.
Why that sounds like a dick?
Nothing.
That sounds like a dick at somebody here.
What? Me? You? What?
And my not number one. There's no particular order. The last one, worst of 2025, War of the Worlds. Come on, War of the Worlds. Brought to you by Sexy Sumo. There you go. All right,
it would have been a lot better if you had starred. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I can actually watch War of the Worlds if I ever want to watch it again and laugh at it.
Exactly.
So in a way, it's a little bit more entertaining than the other picks, but it deserves the number one spot because it's fascinatingly bad. Yeah. All right, best of the year, no particular order. The Monkey. Yes, I feel like people that didn't like The Monkey don't like dark comedy. Next up, Sinners, Diablo, Primitive War, Isolated is just a badass Japanese martial arts action movie, Yakuza flick, comedy, everything, all in one building. All right. Ballerina, Deathstalker, yes. Sisu, Road to Revenge, Ghost Killer, and 11 Rebels. There you go. There's my best of 2025. All right. Rick, introduce Frank next.
And now,
why?
The Tech Awards.
The Tech Awards, he wanted to say.
That's good.
All right, Frank, you're gonna do your worst. You're gonna do your disappointments first, then your honorable mentions.
Up to you. I can do honorable mention.
Do honorable mentions first.
All right, so let's do honorable mention now. Yeah, honorable mention. So, I have four. First one is One Battle After Another. I think it's one of the best American films in the past. I don't know. It's one of the best American drama films in a long time. Number two, No Other Choice. Park Chan Wook's great dark comedy. Number three, Highest to Lowest. I think I just like Spike Lee returning kind of to his. I know.
No, no,
I
no,
saw
no.
that in the theater. Actually, I went to see it in the theater.
I'm still reacting to No Other Choice being on your honorable mentions and not in your top 10. That's what I was reacting to.
Well, because whenever I do top 10, I kind of focus on the action stuff. No Other
Oh,
Choice is
okay.
not an action film. So
And the tech stuff. Yeah.
and the tech stuff, yeah.
Okay, go on, carry on.
So anyway, so number three is Highest to Lowest. Spike Lee, like really one of Spike Lee's better film in a long time. And number four, I'm a fan, so what can I say? Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
Good for you.
Alrighty.
Good for you.
Honorable mentions from Frank.
Thank you.
All right, now it's disappointments time.
Yeah, disappointment time. I actually added another film after I gave you the list, but
Okay.
So basically, disappointments are the three Marvel movies, that we had. Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. It's like you look at these films and you have no feelings. You don't feel anything. You're not touched by the drama. You're not excited by the action. You don't care about a character. It's like you don't even know where they're heading.
I'm going to be the editor for a second. Don't say you, say I. You can't speak for us, say I. I agree with you, but at the same time, don't speak for others. That's just all I'm saying. Go on,
Frank,
carry
be
on,
yourself,
carry on.
Frank. Go ahead, Frank.
It's too early for me to argue.
Every single show we do from now on will be early in the morning.
Oh, no. Not 8 a.m. But anyway, yeah, okay. I cannot, I don't care.
All three Marvel.
Yeah, all three Marvel films. I don't care for the characters. I thought the action. The only action that I liked was the Celestial Island sequence from Captain America. I thought that was actually very well done. The Celestial Island, that was a great action sequence. But again, how can I? Well, why present it when you're not propelling the narrative forward? Like, why showing them? Why show the Celestial Island when you have no plan to go back to the Celestials? You know what I mean? Like, go back to the Eternals people. That does not make sense. So I think, yeah. So these three were definitely the biggest disappointment for me in terms of the superhero movie. And then there's also Superman. As much as there are things in it that I like, but it's not the kind of Superman that I was hoping to see. It was not the everybody who's watched enough of Fat Samurai show knows I'm more in the Zack Snyder camp, and this is and to me this is not the kind of Superman I kind of want to see. I admire it. I know what he's trying to do. I like the comic book flavor. I like the colorful stuff, but again, it was not the kind of Superman that I was hoping to see, and for some reason I actually had more faith in Supergirl than Superman. It looks like Supergirl will be darker than Superman.
It's more Gunnian.
Exactly, more Gunnian. Exactly, more Gunnian. And so I actually look forward more to Supergirl than Superman, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, nothing has having been on the set of Superman and written about it extensively and knowing Christopher Reeve and Richard Donner, nothing has ever gotten as good as that.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then finally I added one disappointment to my list. And that was Jurassic World Rebirth.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was just terrible. It was terrible. I mean,
not even the sound could save it.
I know, not even the sound can say that. And it's just terrible. Cartoonish character, stereotype, a lot of stereotype, the family, all that crap. They could have done so much better.
Yeah,
they could. The story.
That's with the director.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director they had. Yeah.
Yeah, with the director you could have done so much better, and then they just went the totally wrong direction. I just felt so. Yeah.
All right, that's Frank's disappointments. Rick, did you want to comment on any of them before we go to his best?
Please, comment, please.
But the question is, do you want to do his best now, or do you want to do my mentions and my worst, and then we can both do best? Up to you.
Yeah, we can do that. All right. Yeah, so, Rick, what are your honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions? This was a close one. It was back and forth and up and down. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle was an honorable mention. That should be because there just was no room on it, my top 10, and I had to decide which anime I liked better.
Right.
11 Rebels.
Cool.
I think one of the great samurai films, and also extremely well done and a lot of. I'm going to keep quoting. There you go, Frank. I'm going to keep quoting Bruce Lee and a lot of my beloved emotional content. Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah.
I wanted to put this on my list with all my cartoons.
That was so fun.
It's a Tex Avery cartoon with a lot. Even it's a Ralph Bakshi cartoon. It's I'm blanking. The big, incredibly successful, incredibly violent cartoon that started on MTV with the old man and the young boy. Why am I blanking on that? I have T-shirts. Rick and Morty. Yeah, Rick and Morty. It's a Rick and Morty cartoon, and also
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, Hunt the Wicked is my favorite honorable mention kung fu. Pure kung fu movie.
Yeah,
well, not pure. That's mostly martial arts with guns and all the rest of it. But the cast was awesome, and the action. I just watch the action over and over again. And again, not enough room on the top 10. Sisu Road to Revenge.
Nice.
Just because he's unkillable.
Yeah.
I want to have the feeling. I understand that they establish his character in such a way that makes sense, because Sisu is not his name. Sisu is his emotional content. In other words, he can't be killed because he has to keep going. Mm-hmm. So, and also just loads of fun and foreign and great.
All right, that was good. Yeah.
All right. Now for your worst / disappointments list.
This one broke my heart, and I've had several discussions with people, including a person who worked on it, who I love. So it's kind of like I just sort of went, The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Oh,
I grew up. These guys saved my life. Those two gentlemen saved my life. That duck and that pig. There's the ones who got me through my childhood, my terribly difficult childhood, and their characters. They're a perfect yin yang pair. I mean, white and black, perfect yin yang. And I'm watching this movie. I'm waiting to laugh, and then I was waiting to smile, and then I was waiting to even grin. There was not a single thing in this movie that amused me slightly. And again, there's a very famous story that when the first Mike Hammer detective movie came out, there was this guy in the audience, and it had been a bestseller for years, the Mike Hammer movies by Mickey Spillane. And it's one critic mentioned that in the opening screening, when Mike Hammer appears finally in the film, somebody literally stood up in the audience and said, "That's not Mike Hammer." And I was going, "That's not Porky. That's not Daffy." And I was just like, "Oh, not well." Yeah, everybody had high hopes for Coyote, but you may never see it.
I thought you liked this movie when we talked about it.
I thought you liked this movie.
You liked it when we did it way back in.
This movie is my Quantum of Solace movie.
Oh, you revisited
after Casino Royale, I went with some of my best friends to go see Quantum of Solace, and we saw it at the Ziegfeld in New York. And all the way from the movie theater to where we were having dinner on Broadway, I was going, "That was good, right? That was good, right? Wasn't that good? That was good, right?" And finally, when I got to the restaurant, I sat down and went, "No, that wasn't good. That was terrible."
Quantum of Solace?
Quantum of Solace is awful.
Oh, that Tosca sequence, man. That's great. That Opera House sequence.
Who cares?
That was a great sequence.
Yeah, one sequence does not a James Bond movie make.
The opening chase is so good. That car chase.
Oh, never mind. Anyway,
that's it. We're redoing our James Bond.
I give a lot of slack to Quantum of Solace because of the writer's strike. They have to come up with the story on the spot.
I don't care why it's bad. I just care that it's bad. Let it be that as it may. The next, speaking of bad, and speaking of a classic British character who deserves better, my next most disappointing is the last 3 seasons of Doctor Who.
Oh, yes.
That I just watch it. Get it back to me here. I watched it like. Now, I was one of the first reporters in America to champion Doctor Who. in Starlog magazine and Future Life magazine. I was the one, people, you've got to watch this thing. This is amazing. And I met, I started meeting all the doctors in 1975 and all the rest of it. I've been a big fan, big science fiction writer and Science Fiction of America member. And so this thing came out. And of course, the reboot with Christopher Eccleston and all the rest of those guys was awesome. It built up, so I now have expectation for Doctor Who. And then not Jodie Whittaker, but Jodie, who played, maybe it was Jodie Whittaker, who the first female Doctor, I had hopes for that, but the writing was so bad. And the producer obviously didn't know science fiction at all. Like so many science fiction creatives, they think science fiction is their ticket to do whatever they want. It doesn't have to make any sense. No, that isn't even true of fantasy or good fantasy or anything good. So the Ncuti Gatwa era was just tragic from a writing standpoint. There are certain episodes that taken by themselves are pretty good, but their choice, and it had to be a choice, either by the actor or by the producer, to make Doctor Who manic depressive. And my stepmother was manic depressive. I know what a manic depressive looks like and acts like. This Doctor Who was manic depressive. And it was like, it broke my heart. And now it's like, I don't care about Doctor Who anymore.
No, are they taking a big break now, or are they already cast?
Oh yeah, they still don't know. They keep saying that there's going to be a Christmas special in 2026, but we'll see.
All right, next up.
Next up is these wannabes. You can always tell when a director's heart. One thing I will say, well, I can't say it about Tron Ares, Frank, but when a director has their heart in a movie, you can tell. And when a director and producer and writer and actor and crew does not, you can also tell. And that's Love Hurts and Novocaine. Love Hurts should have been great. Novocaine should have been great.
I thought you liked Novocaine.
No, it was one of those Quantum of Solace moments for me. And again, okay. I was like, but again, that poster tells you he's smiling. And it's like, it has a basic misunderstanding of how action works, as do most action movies nowadays in the modern era. The Fast and the Furious, and the John Wicks, in that nobody can be killed, nobody can even be hurt, and it's like, yeah, it's video game. I understand it comes from video games because they can't get hurt or feel anything really. But when I personally go to a movie, I want to feel something. And if they're not feeling anything and they don't understand how even, but that's true. All American action is pretty much closed fist, predominantly closed fist, and that's the stupidest thing you can do. So I usually don't like it. All right, enough of that.
All right.
War of the Worlds. Again, War of the Worlds is fun, disappointing. It actually wasn't even disappointing to me because I've seen other War of the World movies and I like them. This didn't have to. There's no way they could live up to the original George Pal War of the Worlds or even the Tom Cruise Spielberg War of the Worlds. So I just was sort of like going, wow, you guys, I have to admire you. I have to admire to keep going. And they kept going, and he tried so hard. That shot of the star yelling. It's like, they're putting their heart in it, even though we know how this thing was filmed. Everybody alone in a room, so that was cool. But,
the greatest Amazon Prime ad.
Yeah, not the greatest, the worst. The worst Amazon Prime ad. Although I have to admit the commercials were accurate. Yeah, they will show up the next day. They'll get to you stuff on time.
Yeah.
But this one was really, again, ripped my heart out. The first movie I ever saw, the only real memory I have of my schizophrenic birth mother was her taking me to a reissue in the 50s of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh.
Wow, you saw that in theater. How cool.
Yeah. How cool and how unforgettable. And it's how unforgettable it was for Walt Disney, who got his Oscar and 7 little Oscars from it. It's probably, arguably, the most important movie in Disney history. and they do this to it. They do this to it. They, to me, I think this is triumph of the Chapek. This was, I always felt that Bob Chapek, the guy who took over the Disney company when Iger retired, and then Iger had to come rushing back because this kind of shit happened. I maintain that he was a saboteur, that he felt his job was to bring this place down. And Snow White, again, don't release it. Don't release it. You guys do enough rewriting and redoing that you can go back and make it better when your heads are on straight. But my feeling, and also having been at Disney in 2017 and did lecture to the whole animation company, and my lecture is in the permanent collection, which is very flattering. And they bought my books and put them in their library, and that was also very flattering, the Kung Fu books specifically. But to do this to it, to do this, and do it to Milan, do it to all the other things that they ruined during the Chapek age, is just like, because they'll never be able to take it back now.
Mm-hmm.
It's out.
Yep.
And it's monstrous.
They're on a roll with the live action Pinocchio. And now this one.
But not anymore, because wait till we get to my top 10 list. You'll see.
Okay.
Iger's back in action.
Okay.
All
right. Now we're done with the disappointment list for Rick. We're going back to Frank. Frank's best of 2025, baby.
Oh yeah.
And let me do one little mime for you, Frank. You ready? Take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, you should respond, Rick.
Oh no, you can't do that to me.
You should respond.
Yeah, we did that last year. It's fine.
Yeah,
all right,
we
Frank,
did that last year.
It.
That was okay. All right. So again, these are mostly action oriented films, and so I'll go from 10 to 1. So number 10 was the one that Rick actually had on his disappointment list, and that
represent,
was,
Frank.
Yeah,
represent.
And the reason I like it was because, again, for one thing, it was like the first animation films in a long time. I think like over, like 80 years or something. Like with these characters, like they never had a full length animation films. Porky and Daffy, and so that alone I thought was quite special. And I did like some of the jokes. I thought some of the jokes were actually quite adult themed. They had some very subtle adult jokes that I kind of like, and it was just I know. And it's just a nice little homage to all these alien invasion stuff, War of the Worlds, Close Encounters. Yeah, heck yeah, Frank. There you go. And I had a good time. Now, what can I say? I had a good time.
That's the most important thing.
Right. Yeah, I had a good time. And again,
I do have the best time, because this is on your best list.
Well, it's number 10, so it is kind of at the bottom. It is at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. So, but I enjoyed it. I had fun, so that's what matters. All right. Number 9, Warfare. Warfare is a great war action film. People, if you know me enough, I love war films, like Black Hawk Down, all that. This is, of course, not on the Black Hawk Down level, not on the 13 Days, but it's still a very nicely done film, great tension, lots of tension, and the sound.
Go ahead. It's all right. It's fair for this. It's warfare.
It's warfare, and the sound is just incredible. Like the show of force sequence. If you've seen the film, you know what I talk about when I talk about the show of force sequence. That, man, the whole theater was shaking when that sequence, and they did it several times too. So it was great. And yeah, I like the build up to the tension. Like the first half is really building up to what's happening, and once all hell broke loose, it's continued until the very end of the film. So I love it. Great film.
All right.
Now
that one's worthy of your love, Frank.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Number 8, Sisu Road to Revenge. Now, and again, when a sequel is better than the first film, it has to be on the top 10 list. It's bigger and better than the first. I like the first film. I love this film. I thought this is great. They went all out. They had more budget, and so they knew exactly what to do with the bigger budget, and that's always a good thing. That whole train sequence, man, the whole train sequence is like a homage to war film plus Tarantino plus Indiana Jones, you name it. So it's just great, and and it continue. It's just a better version of the first film, and that's what a sequel should be. So.
I had a smile the whole time. I had a
I had a
smile the
smile
whole
the whole
time.
time. And it's all like hiding the knife in the lake,
Oh my God.
you know.
And Stephen Lang is the man.
Oh, Stephen Lang. Oh man, Stephen Lang is the
Dude,
man. Oh,
he's so
Stephen Lang.
good.
Yeah, and so great to see an actor of that, at that age, you're getting so popular now. I
Yeah.
mean, he's not a young chicken, and to
No.
be able to,
No.
yeah. Oh no, not at all. People, you'll be surprised to know how old he actually is. But to be able to be in two great films, I mean, the Avatar and this, I mean, he's just brilliant, and I hope to see more of him, doing these kind of roles. So, all right,
Well, he hopes
yeah.
he hopes he'll be able to go back to what he did before, which was great acting, in movies and stuff, and not be action, because he said he had a hard time getting through this.
For this
But
one,
Avatar?
No,
for
no,
Sisu.
for
Oh,
Sisu.
okay.
How old is it? Tell him how old he is, Frank.
Oh, I gotta double check. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll do it. You go on with your next one. I'll do it.
He's 73.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
73. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I know what that feels like.
All
Next
right.
up.
Okay. Number 7, F1.
Boom.
And yeah, F1 is a great cinematic experience. That alone makes it worthy to be on the list. Seeing it in IMAX, you just feel like you're at the racetrack. All the race sequences are great. And again, it's kind of like the Top Gun for cars. I know obviously Tom Cruise has done it before with Days of Thunder. So this is like a bigger, better version of Days of Thunder. Yeah. Oh wow, great. F1 is like, had Tom Cruise had the budget to do Days of Thunder now, F1 would be it. And Brad Pitt was great. I like Brad Pitt. I like the the character that he brings to, and yeah. So F1 on my list. Number
Nice.
7.
Nice.
Yeah, and of course, Hans Zimmer score. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that is one of the highlight. That's one of the highlight. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 6. I know Rick is. I know Rick's gonna hate me for this one.
I'll never hate you, Frank.
Thank you.
But I will go.
I know.
Represent, Frank.
Represent. All right. Number 6, Tron Ares.
Bam.
Yeah. Now, I mean, kudos. I know. Look. Kudos to Disney for trying. All right. Again. Exactly. Again. Legacy is still the better film.
Yes.
But Tron has better visuals. I mean, not better. The effects are better, but it sucks in several departments. The acting, for one thing. I think the casting was horrible. I thought I thought Jared Leto was miscast, even though I understand why, because he's a producer. He filed for this film, so of course he has to be the lead. But Grace Park, I some of her acting, it just baffles me. But I like some of the premises. I like the time limit thing. I like the music. Yeah, Daft Punk was better. The Daft Punk's music was better, but still, Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, it fits the film. I like the 29 minutes premise. I like that add a little bit of attention to a lot of the sequences. And again, I saw it twice in IMAX 3D, and the visuals was just good. It is a great, the art direction, the visuals are just wonderful. But yeah, it could have been so much better. And it's sad to see this film is really kind of like the death knell to the franchise. Yeah.
Right.
So,
For now, we'll see about that.
Well, let me tell you, the reason this was made was because it was brand. It was a product. Yes. And they knew they could put it out, and they thought it would get an audience. But as you'll see on my list, the audience is no longer going to tolerate just brands if they're not respected. And this one was clearly not respected, except in the tech department.
Frank, do you think a Tron series for Disney would work?
Yeah, but it costs a lot
if
of
it's
money.
done well. If it's done well.
Exactly. It was done well. Yeah. But I mean, the effects alone is going to cost them a lot of money.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Tron rides are very popular in Florida and Shanghai.
Yeah,
exactly. In the Disney World. Yeah, so
it has an audience, but you have to respect the audience. Again,
thank you. Exactly.
My preview of my list is respect the audience. This is what happens.
Exactly.
Okay.
And really the same kind of goes for the Marvel films, Yeah. If you respect them, they'll come back, So
right.
All right. Top 5 now. Number 5, Predator Badlands.
Boom.
Great return to form for the franchise, even though, yes, it's geared more towards, younger audiences, it's not violent, it's not gory, it's not R-rated. But hey, I like the sound world building. I like the effects. I like the story. I like the twist. I had no idea where the story would go, and it's great that the trailer didn't reveal anything. And the trailer think that it's just the two of them going on this road trip, killing monsters. And then of course we have all these surprises in store. Yeah, and I never knew. I mean, it's just great to discover the film as you go along and discovering what exactly is happening. What is the true purpose of the story? And I really like the Wayland Yutani stuff. I think they're eventually going to be merging. I have a feeling eventually going to merge with Alien again. I think, and I think that is the surprise is great, and I think that's the ultimate goal is to once again merge it with the Alien universe. I think that's what they're trying to do.
They already have.
Yeah, they already have. If you think about it, yeah, they already have. So, but I mean, eventually meeting the Predator and Alien meeting again. So, yeah, I do look. Yep, old-fashioned pulp sci-fi, exactly. And again, it's great when you have a good sci-fi story, good world building, and Predator balance is all that.
And filmmakers who respect all that.
Exactly.
That's science fiction. That's what Doctor Who should have done.
Yes, and also how it ends with something that you anticipate. When you think, okay, yeah, who's that? Oh, it's my mom. Oh shit, yeah. So yeah, nice. Great.
I tried so hard. I tried so hard to go out and see it in theater. I wanted to see it in theater just to give my take on it. But I think it's coming out streaming this month.
Yes,
I'll give my. Next week.
Go to Amazon. Go to Amazon. Buy a bigger TV.
I have a big TV.
With better sound.
But I want to see when it's released, Rick. Because I got to talk about it because I got a movie channel.
Oh, just have it all come into the house.
Okay.
No. The fact you start a new channel, movie watch at home channel
on a really big screen with great.
On a really big screen, yeah.
All right.
Next up, Ballerina.
Boom.
John Wick. Oh yeah. What?
Rick, you like Ballerina?
I liked it. Again, just because I like something, I'm not going to put it on a top 10 list, especially in the top 5.
Well, it's Frank's list.
I know. Well, that's why I'm not doing it.
Well, no. Again, I like the build up. I think the origin story got a little bit slow. The way they set up her path could have been shorter. But once it started going, it didn't ever stop, especially when she got to that village. It's like from there on, it's just nonstop action. And that flamethrower fight, man. Exactly. That flamethrower scene, it's like you can just tell all the influences Hong Kong film has on them. The sword play film, it's essentially a sword fight, but with flamethrowers.
I've never seen this in any other action movie. I've never seen it.
No, me neither. Just the fact that they came up with that idea, it's like holy shit, and that alone makes the film worth standing on my top 10 list and on my in number 4. So
I think my problem is that I loved her character in No Time to Die, the James
Oh
Bond.
Yeah.
And I always felt, and I didn't understand why they didn't do a whole series of movies with that character.
Yeah, right.
No, so every time I see her, I go, "You should be in the James Bond movie."
Yes,
you should have your own James Bond movie.
I absolutely agree. Yeah. In a way, this film sort of acts like a separate Bond girl film. In a way, right? In a way, but this is again a John Wick film, and I like the world again. John Wick world. I love the world John Wick, and you know me. World building plays a big part in me liking a movie. And whenever you have a film like this where they continue the world building, they're adding this additional stuff, I always appreciate that. So,
and this could have been a disaster if you think about it. This could have been horrible, but thankfully,
unfortunately, from a box office standpoint, it kind of was.
Yeah.
Is Kane still coming?
Apparently, yes. Apparently, the Donnie Yen movie is on.
Okay.
But nowadays, there's nothing trustworthy. Have anybody seen the YouTube commercials for that robot dog? No. Nothing is trustworthy.
Right.
So you never know. All right, carry on.
Yeah, we're really at a crazy time in movie good because again, you don't know where the audiences will go to whatever you're making, no matter how good or how bad it was. So it's like you can't gauge audience reaction anymore. And I think
they're learning. They're learning of the new curve, though.
Yeah.
Again, when we get to my list, we'll know more about that.
Yeah, and I think streaming really play a big part in that too. So, all right, So now we come to the top 3. So thank you.
Dun, dun,
Number
dun.
3. Dun, dun, dun. Number 3, The Shadow's Edge.
Oh, this kills me that I haven't seen this yet. Oh.
Is it ever coming out here,
I
Frank?
tried so hard to see it. I think it comes out.
Well, it came out on theaters. I saw it in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried over here, Frank. I searched every
I can't
theater
do it in
over here. I
Connecticut.
couldn't find
No,
it.
it came out very quietly in I
Oh,
think
okay.
either October, August, or early September. And I actually have to go all the way down to Milpitas to watch it, which is like an hour's
Wow.
drive from. Yeah, it was very, I think in some ways the marketing was not as good as it should be. It actually built momentum after it came out, but
Boom.
but
Think
for
about
some reason,
why.
yeah, it was quietly released in the US and just quietly faded away. Now, again, this was a very surprise return to form for Jackie. It's really his best film since New Police Story, and you watch all of his the current film, and you look at this like you should have done more of these like 10 years ago. You
Right.
should have done more of these kind of films 10 years ago, and and he's still in great shape. Based on whatever fights that he did in this film, it did look like a lot of the fight that he did himself in the moves and stuff.
Oh, he always will.
Yeah, the laundry fight. I mean, normally you can tell, oh, that's a stunt double doing that. You can't see his face, but not in this film. Like the night fight at the end is all him. You can tell it's all him.
Let me
laundry
ask
fight's
you.
all him.
I want to ask a question. If Jackie wasn't in this, would it still be in your top 10?
That is a very good question. It really depends on who played Jackie's character.
Yeah.
Like let's say if it's Djeng, I think it would still be in my top 10.
I love anything Wu Jing's in. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And it's sad to. Well, we're waiting for the new Yuen Wo-ping movie with Wu Jing. It's coming out in China in Chinese New Year, but who knows when it's going to come out here. But yeah, no, Shadow's Edge is a great. Yeah, Shadow's Edge is. It's based on Eye in the Sky, which is a Johnny To, a Milky Way film, Lai Hui's film. And it's a great story, and they just build on it. They expanded on it. Some people thought, oh, it's too long. The film, I think it's great. I like long films. I think it gets my money's worth. No, but it's a good story. It's a good story. It's a good premise, and I love the fact that unlike all the previous recent Jackie films, he doesn't just show up, leave it to the young people, and then come back. No, he stays with them. He was in the film throughout, and that's what good Jackie Chan film should be. I know you're in the 70s now, but no, you're still good. So just stay in the film. Keep acting, keep doing what you're good at, and don't do this changing of the guard shit. There's an element here of changing of the guard because he's passing this thing to this young surveillance. But no, you're still good. Then stay with it. Just keep doing it.
Don't worry about it. He's going to do it because he's got nothing else, and he also is unquestionably the #1 star in China.
Nice. But I think it's coming out maybe either the end of this month or early February, so I could finally watch it.
Yeah, let's
All
go.
right. Next up, War of the Worlds. Next up,
I have yet to see that turd, so
it's fun. It is
okay.
fun. It's
so I might.
I got it. I got to hear your thoughts. We have to hear your thoughts when you're done, man.
Okay, I might
this
watch
is the way
it
you watch
tonight,
it. I can't believe it.
Okay.
This is so great.
It's fascinating.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last two films, I really thought hard and long about which one is #1, which one is #2, and it's because I like the second. Of course I decided on which one is #2 because I like this #2 film so much. I've been rewatching the centerpiece sequence so many times on my phone at home, and because I just felt that it's just a great spy movie. It's just a great covert operation movie. And the set piece is just amazing, and I always go back to watch it. That whole sequence, and of course, I'm talking about Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Yeah, they did promise what's that this has to be better than the previous film, right? And they did deliver it. They did deliver it. The opening, all this callback and stuff. For us who've been following the film, it might get a bit tedious, but once we get to what?
No, that's true.
Yeah, it's true, right?
It's true.
It was a bit tedious, but once we passed that, once we go past all that setup, once Luther, sad to say, once Luther is dead, I think the film kind of just wakes up. I don't know why. The film just picks up, and then once they start talking about retrieving the entity, that whole from then on, that whole sequence, just like from him traveling toward the sea and all the way till he's rescued. That is some riveting shit, I mean, and I've been rewatching that whole sequence. We talk about like a whole 40-minute sequence. That was like a 40-minute sequence. I've been rewatching that sequence many, many times because it's just how well done it was. And of course, me being a federal employee, I love all these government talk. I like the way they talk, especially the submarine, when he was in the submarine with that team, the SEAL team, the girl and the two guys. The way they talk is very government, and I just love all that shit. And I think it kind of falters afterwards. After that scene, it's like nothing can top that. Even that plane finale is not as good as Fallout. The plane sequence at the end is not as good as, it's more dangerous for sure, but it's not as good as the helicopter chase in Fallout. So, but then again, nothing can top that submarine sequence. So yeah, that's my number 2. And I guess you can guess what number 1 is.
Yes.
Is it the final? Is it the final?
Final what? Oh, is it the final?
No way of knowing. It all depends
Okay.
on what happens in Tom Cruise's career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do feel a little bit disappointed that they have given up on that, deep sea supernatural film with Anna the Armas. I think I thought that would have been a great film, I think. But then again, I can tell why they kind of discarded it, because it's too much like The Abyss. I mean,
Yeah.
James Cameron has done it before with The Abyss.
Right.
So why do another one, even though it could be like more like
Studios need sure things are as sure as they can get them. So if there's
Yes.
any doubt at all, they're going to go, oh, well, maybe later.
Yeah.
Well, when this film was announced this year, I already knew it was going to be on Frank's list. I already
one?
knew, but go ahead, Frank. No, I already knew.
All right. Okay. Well, number 1 film.
What could it be?
Well, what could it be is, of course, Avatar. Fire and
Avatar.
Ash. Once again, the world building continued. He expanded on the world building, which is fantastic. I love the villain, Varang, played by the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin. I mean, just a great acting family. Her mom was in Dr. Zhivago, right? And then she is now a great actress in her own right. I love the villain. Again, Stephen Lang, great villain. I like how he's becoming more and more of the native. You can just see the transformation, like that. I mean, the film is as much about his development as with the Scullys, and I love the fact that James Cameron would stay focused. He would spend time on the villain as much as on the good guys. That whole scene between him and Varang in the tent and all that. And I like how he's gradually becoming more and more of a native, and that of course paved the way for whatever going to happen in 4 and 5. And it does look like he's going to make 4 and 5, because the film I think just crossed 1 billion today.
Oh yeah, it did yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. So I think he will make it. He's definitely going to make 4 and 5, and I look very much forward to it. And again, it's like I mentioned in our last AFA. It's Way of Water 2.0. It's bigger and better. More world building, more effects are much better now. The water is so lifelike now, and like you watch it and just feel like, how can he? Like, how did he do it? Like that's not real, right? Even like all the setting inside the ship and all that stuff. That's not there. But he was able to make it look so lifelike, and for that alone, it's really it's just a great accomplishment from a technical standpoint. So I saw it 3 times. Okay, I thought, oh yeah, that's right. We need to talk about.
That's right.
Yeah, right. So I saw it 3 times, twice in IMAX 3D.
Frank, keep talking.
Yes.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep
Okay.
talking.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I saw it 3 times. Twice in IMAX 3D, one in Dolby Cinema, and I have to say it's kind of like a tie, in terms of which one is better. I think Dolby, the sound is clearer. But it's not as weighty as IMAX, and the images on Dolby, the color is a little bit richer. That's for sure, because of Dolby Vision. But I think IMAX has, obviously IMAX screen is bigger. And also because the sound in IMAX is just so much mightier. It's louder, it's more solid, and I think the immersion in IMAX is just slightly better than Dolby, but Dolby is perfectly great. Dolby 3D, the 3D in Dolby is good, and so to me, it's more like a tie. Maybe with a little slightly, better, more advantage to IMAX. But
Yeah.
I think watching this film in either IMAX 3D or Dolby Cinema 3D, you will not be disappointed. So,
And it's perfect for you. For a movie like this deserves repeated watching.
yes.
I'll be talking about a movie like that when we get to my list, but yeah, this is, and also now that Cameron has been never bet against Cameron, number one.
Yes.
Number
yes.
two, now that he's been humbled somewhat because this didn't reach the billion mark as fast as the previous ones.
Right.
I am hoping that he will do to himself what others are not able to do, which is say no to him. Because my biggest issue with Avatar, again, a lot of things that seem to be not surprising to you, I readily accept in that I'm expecting them. I'm not surprised by glorious sound or glorious tech or glorious cinematography or glorious, world building. I expect it because I've grown up with him. I've seen all his movies in the era of release. But now, since he's sort of like, he was saying, oh, maybe I'll make a Terminator or maybe I'll make another film if this doesn't work. But now that they're sort of like giving him the thumbs up, hopefully he'll now go, okay. Because on this film, it was clear to me as a writer, again, he's writing it like a sixth grader.
Yeah.
Because again, I think it was you who brought up, what it was, the bro stuff.
Yeah.
In other words, to me, that's and we're not in Kansas anymore, the famous line from the first one of the Avatars, which was, who on earth would say that in this world at this time of history? You're writing that because that's what a sixth grader would write.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that's the audience he was sort of approaching. So here we've got the bro.
Yeah, and also like
nonsense.
Always, and he always lines out, "Oh, we got a situation here." That kind of
it's
line.
like all the cliches. And the other thing I didn't like is that he felt, because he was writing it as a sixth grader, apparently for sixth graders, he did not let the plot stand because he has such a big movie. He sort of like goes, he has like 3 to 4 to 6 different plots. And rather than just continuing the plot, he'll introduce plot 1, then introduce plot 2, then introduce plot 3. And then when he goes back to plot 1, he'll repeat. In other words, rather than just continue from where he left off, he will remind the audience of what he showed you 45 minutes ago. And he does that for all the plot lines. So by the time we got to the 6th or 7th version of him, what is the last time on Avatar first hour, he'll repeat it. So I just would go, oh yeah, I would go, I know, you told me 45 minutes ago. I haven't forgotten yet. So that as a writer bothered me. But now for the next one, for 4 or 5, I'm hoping, praying, keeping my fingers crossed that he'll start treating us the way he treats himself and his crew. But even so, it's a magnificent achievement in world building. And also, that's the other thing, I'm totally used to animated movies. This is an animated movie. No matter how many times on the special on Disney Plus, they have the special on the making of this movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Saying, it's a live action movie. These are real actors. Don't say it's an animated movie. And I've got, sorry, buddy. Even back in the original Snow White, they were rotoscoping. So we know what this is.
Right, but the main thing is not an AI movie, and I think that's very important, right? It's not an AI movie.
But AI, by next year at this time, AI is going to be indistinguishable from reality.
I know. I tell you, I saw a Star Wars. I'm going to send you the link. I don't know where you saw it. I saw a Star Wars fan film made.
Yeah,
about
you
saw that. Well, that's the one about what happened between between the Empire visiting Lando Calrissian and Han Solo arriving at at Lando.
No, I haven't seen that one. So
that's great. It was a great. It's great. It's just great. I have to send you that link. Fantastic fan film.
Now, even on anybody who has TikTok knows that even anybody can do the thing, walking onto the sets of different movies and walking on the sets of TV shows. And again, sometimes when they have the shot in the back, they don't look, the actors on the TV shows don't look like themselves. But when they get close, they look exactly the way they did. And this is just in the space of like a couple of months.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
I'm not. It's the same thing. I think I told you that thing when I talked to the great science fiction writer Ray Bradbury back in the 80s, when I say, what do you say to people who are afraid of computers? You say, ask them if they're afraid of libraries and pencils. Because AI is a tool. So if you have a great tool maker and a tool user, it'll be indistinguishable. It's just another method with which to put your thoughts out there.
Right, and I have to say, as a librarian, AI has helped me so much in finding stuff. I have to be honest with you, because I couldn't AI helped me find stuff that I couldn't find on my own. So
And
as a
also, let
librarian,
me do my dirty old man bearded stuff, and it has done miraculous things for porno. Miraculous things for porno.
Oh,
It has. It's kind of like, what if porno was always considered mainstream cinema? That's what AI is doing. It's giving it the budget of Avatar.
Spicy Santa returns.
Well, and also, and of course, another big problem with porno is you could never get the truly beautiful people in pornos because they didn't want to do it. You can now.
right.
All right, Rick.
Yes.
It's time for Rick's.
It's time.
The dirty old man's list.
Rick's not doing a top 10. He's doing just his best.
It's
We're going in alphabetical order.
I tried to put in an order of preference. I don't have a preference. I love all of these movies for the reasons I'm about to elucidate. And we'll start. So I put it in alphabetical order.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the main break. Let me establish for you immediately. I think it's 5 of my top 10 are animated. It's animation or anime or AI or what computer, what CGI. The first one is, and again, if you know, Frank knows this, technical's not enough for me. It has to have heart. It has to have brain. It has to have guts. It needs to make me feel something. And anime can do that so astonishingly well. As a writer, I'm always amazed. I had a choice of a variety, but this is in alphabetical order. So the first one is Chainsaw Man.
Boom.
Oh, I didn't see that. I want to see that. I didn't see that. Yeah.
For you, Frank, have you seen Demon Slayer Infinity Castle?
No.
Have you seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
No.
That's where you start, because all 3 of them have amazing depth. They have soul. They're not just smart. By the end of Chainsaw Man, by the end of Jujutsu Kaisen 2, the problem with all of these, not problem, it's the reason why I chose to follow kung fu movies rather than anime and Japanese movies. There's just too many of them.
Yes.
So I always concentrate on just the anime movies because I can't keep up with the 300 episodes of One Piece.
Right. But the problem is
you mean the problem over 1,000 episodes, Rick? Of
1,000 episodes.
Yeah, but the problem is sometimes even when you watch an anime movie, you have to watch the TV series first. Like Chainsaw Man came, right?
Chainsaw Man, no, because they always fill it in.
Okay.
They always fill it in. I can come in on a TV show anywhere I want, and if I want to go back, I can. These movies, the Japanese movies, are so smart, so deep, so good that if you want to go back, you can. You won't be disappointed. But the movies always, and speaking, talking about you, Frank, the movies are always better technically, because in order to do the TV shows, you got to rush them out. But the movies always have. And even when the animation, like in One Piece Red, which I think was on my best last year, you can, even though the style looks exactly the same, as an animation lover, as a guy who's worked at a variety of, worked on the guys back here, on these fellows, and on Kung Fu Panda and all the rest of it, and have followed animation, you can always tell that they look the same, but they don't move the same. The movement is more fluid. Chainsaw Man, again, the other great thing about Jujutsu Kaisen especially, and Chainsaw Man, and to a degree Demon Slayer, is they're all fighting demons, but the demons they're actually fighting are the flaws in humans.
Yes.
They're all flaws in humans. And the manifestation, especially in Chainsaw Man, everything has multiple levels that you can look at if you want to, but you don't have to. You can just enjoy them. But me, I'm just like going, wow, from a writing standpoint, because again, he's Chainsaw Man, and all the other characters who have been possessed by these demons manifest their internal violence in different ways. And usually they're absolutely right. For his character, all the best he could have been was a chainsaw man. Not a machine gun man or not a samurai sword man, a chainsaw man, very clearly from where his mind works. And it teaches you all this. And beyond all this, I don't purposely watch it for depth, but the depth comes at me. The depth hits me in the face repeatedly with cold water and pies. But you don't have to watch it that way if you don't want to. And it's still going to be great. It's still going to be entertaining and amazing.
That's impressive.
And and we're not done yet. That's just number one.
Speaking of demons,
next
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, baby.
I guessed it right.
Yeah, of course. What else? In alphabetical order. When I first watched this, I knew Japanese. I knew Chinese. I did not know Korean animation. I knew Korean action. I knew Korean thrillers. I knew Korean comedies, but I didn't know their animation. I looked it up, and there are no internationally famous Korean animations. They have names for it. I think it's Djeng or something. I forgot what the name is. I may be confusing it with something else.
Yeah, that's Japanese animation.
Yeah, there you go. But I thought that was anime, but that's maybe the Japanese.
China.
China, there we go. That's China. Right, Chinese. We'll get to that in a minute. We're not done with there. But K-pop, of course, is not made in Korea. And it's not made by Koreans per se. There's one person, one of the main two people who did it is a Korean wife of a American husband who made this. But this thing takes everything good out of Korean cinema, musicals, animation. And again, I keep reminding people that animation is mainly two things: design and animation, how they look and how they move. And the people, how they look here and how they move is just like a distillation. I'm always astonished that Sony could have seen the final cut of this and said, oh, this won't work, get rid of it. And sell it to Netflix for a pittance. And Netflix sort of went, yeah, we'll take it. Watch what we do with it. And the first time I watched it, I went, oh, awesome. This is so thrilling. This is so great. This is so catchy. This is so nice. By the middle of the movie, I was already humming things from the beginning of the movie. And it's just, and again, it has the depth, and they create a world that they stay true to. It's just, no wonder it's the biggest watched animation in, I think, world history at this point. I can't imagine how much it would make if they actually put it into the films all over the world. Now, speaking of Duran and Chinese movies, guess my next one.
There you go.
Yep. 2. That's right. The global phenomenon, and they're not overstating themselves here. This is probably I loved the first one, and I was going, please be as good as the first one. Please be as good. It's better than the first one because it doesn't talk down to anybody at any time for any reason in any way.
Nice.
This is a Chinese movie. This is Chinese culture, but it's done with verve, intelligence, delight, amazement, love. This thing is drenched with Chinese history, Chinese mythology. Do not see the dubbed version for any reason. For any reason. For me, it takes at least 25% away because the voices in this go with, in the first one and in this one, everybody's movement is timed with what they're saying. So when they talk and the movements, it's like a symphony. It's like a ballet together. Everything in this movie is like, I could see this endlessly because, as I will be saying for the American animation on this list, you can go with as many friends as you find the biggest screen you can, go with as many friends as you can get, and assign each of your friends a different portion of the screen. And just say, look at the upper left, look at the upper middle, look at the upper right, and then go out and have dinner and compare and contrast what you saw. It's all different. There's so much going on, but it all relates. So you have to follow it. It's just like, it's like a delicious, and you can never finish eating it because there's so much there, so much lo mein. Anyway. And
really quick.
Yeah.
Damo says, I can't stand dub movies. The voices are often so monotone. Since you were bringing up AI, Frank.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Amazon Prime has started to use AI for some of the anime, and it's atrocious.
Of course.
As of right now, it's atrocious. When the English dub is good, I mean, look at the dubbing for Cowboy Bebop. It's classic. It's iconic. If the English dub is good, it's good, right?
Yeah.
But there's a series out there called Banana Fish.
Right.
And my wife was a fan of the anime, and she heard about the AI. She went to Amazon Prime, clicked on the first episode. It's unwatchable.
Yeah.
How bad the AI
too.
English dubbing is.
Unlistenable.
Yeah, so I tried to throw that in there, but yeah, go ahead.
But even the best of, and Disney tries, and of course I was with Ocean Shores, and they were trying to dub their stuff, and you could tell that sometimes they had really great dubbing. Some of the really best dubbing was the satiric dubbing, where they purposely made it bad to some of those really bad ninja movies and shit.
Yeah.
But even the best of the translation, especially from Chinese and Japanese, where the tones and the words and how it's dictated and the who's saying it is all important to these Asian languages. So to have Americans do that sort of thing, it never lives up. It's a much richer and satisfying experience if you see it in its original language.
Oh, yeah.
And for the most part, for something like Na Cha, especially in many of the animes, is like, okay, don't even read the subtitles the first time. Just let it wash over you and then go back and watch and then listen. Whatever you want to do. I love subtitles. I love reading.
I can't imagine watching 11 Rebels dubbed. That would be horrible.
You guys, we hate you. Anyway. And the next one, this made my top 10 for reasons you're about to find out. This is my first live action. The first live action, once I saw it, I could not look away and I could not deny it. And that is, I had no other choice but to love this. And the reason why is, of course, I knew Donald Westlake. I love Donald Westlake. I've read everything Donald Westlake did. I read the book that this movie is based on, The Axe, multiple times, as has the filmmaker, as has our Korean filmmaker director.
Park Chan-wook,
yeah. He's seen it multiple times. He spent years, he's been trying to make this movie for years because he wanted to make his movie worthy of the book. And what I loved about this, there was a period of time when I was a tutor for people, because the reason that they chose me to write the Incredible Hulk novel, I think of the second or third in the Marvel series, is originally they got comic book writers to write the first two. And it didn't work for the publisher, for Pocket Books, because they were saying they're basically writing a comic book down. And what I discovered, having worked in comics, nonfiction, fiction, science fiction, plays, all these different things, everything is a different format. It's a different medium. And in order to do it best, you have to master the medium. Donald W. Westlake, even though he was a screenwriter, and I think he may have either been nominated or won an Oscar for one of his screenplays, he's a writer. He understood the screenplay medium, so he could do that. But he's mostly a great literary writer. Name of the director again, Frank?
Park Chan-wook.
He's a filmmaker. He's a movie master. Those guys are equal. And to have a movie master make a writing master together, the reason he worked so hard was to make this work, not just as his ideas, but as Donald Westlake's ideas. And every single shot I maintain in this movie has, again, multiple levels. Even the poster, not the poster that you had, but the famous poster in the background of him holding that. If you watch that scene stunned me, and I understood that it was reason. Because remember the little discussion we had the first time you mentioned it for the December action film autopsy. That shot is not just cool, it has 3 layers. Because not only is he preparing to drop this on someone, but remember, the water is coming out of the bottom of the pot.
Yes.
And going across his face.
Yes.
Creating tears.
Tears, yes.
And what's the name of the star?
Lee Byung-hun.
Amazing performance, because again, I could watch that scene endlessly, because first I see what the director's doing and then I see what the actor is doing. Watch his face. When it goes, the greatest acting, as a director once told me, is that you, the audience, without him saying a word, you know what he's thinking. And what he's thinking is not, gee, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? It's, and here he's prepared to kill someone. Then the tears come. Watch his face.
He's so
just
good.
amazing. It's kind of, you see him. Am I going to do it? It's just, and the whole movie's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, since I read the novel, it was like, wow, awesome,
Cool.
better than anybody imagines. Great movie.
It's on my list.
There, yeah. And this next one should also be on your list because this movie, as far as I'm concerned, was made for me and me alone. And that is the Phoenician Scheme. This
I did not see that.
This is a toy box movie. Wes Anderson does these. He makes the movie screen into his toy box.
Yeah.
And he fills it. Every single scene is filled with the little dials, the little clocks, all these things that happen. This thing, and he also, of course, as you see there, fills it with actors who are might as well be a puppet movie because they're all puppets and they're all dancing to us and they're all charming and delightful and delicious. Am I being too loud?
What?
Am I being too loud?
No.
What does Bit need?
Huh? No, you're good, Rick.
Okay, I thought Bit needed something. Anyway,
no.
This is an utter delight that I loved passionately, and I've seen multiple times because, again, so much to see, so much to hear, so much to feel, so much to pick up on. And I might add, by the end of it, there's a great, great fight between Benicio del Toro and Sherlock Holmes and Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch and Benicio del Toro have this amazing three sequence fight through three of the toy boxes. So I would recommend it on that alone.
Wow.
But I love
gotta see that.
I did not know that was going to be in there. I got to watch it now.
I know. I was surprised. Yeah.
Well, good. It's worth it. I'm glad. I'm hoping I get 2 more people to see it. Now, this next one, I combined the two, which is I did the 2 Predator movies that came out this year.
Bam.
One animated, one and directed by the same guy who directed Prey, the same guy who's reviving, who loves Predator, who loves Terminator, and who knows how to do it in a true science fiction way. And again, everything you said about Predator Badlands, have you seen Killer of Killers?
No, I have not seen it.
What are you waiting for? Stop
I don't have
listening to me.
Hulu.
Go
Come on,
see it.
I do not have Hulu.
You don't need Hulu for that. I'll set you up, Frank. I'll set you up. Okay. Yeah. Well, get the DVD or whatever you need to do, or it's the streaming or whatever. Pay for it. Rent it. $2.99, whatever. Again, awesome. And of course, Killer of Killers, for those who doesn't know, is the Predator going through history and getting the great killer. And also, I don't love the animation. The animation I love. Actually, that's not true. I love the animation of Killer of Killers, but I don't necessarily love the design. I don't think the design is apt for the subject matter. I think they could have gotten a better design, but the animation is terrific. But the plot is that the Predator is going through American history to find the worst killer. So samurai,
Vikings,
yeah,
ninjas,
and ninja.
And then World War II, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm in World War II. That's right. And the reason that I love the ninja because I wrote the 8 Ninja Master novels, the major ones.
That was my favorite one. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, because he gets it exactly right, which is why I didn't say ninjas, because ninja is the plural of ninja.
Right.
And so that's why I said the ninja section. He got everything right. So I have to assume that in the Viking section, everything is right. And in the World War II section, everything is right. It certainly seems that way. And it's deep and rich and as great as Badlands. Because, of course, a lot of part of Badlands is animated, too. Most of Badlands is animated. The leading character is animated. All the aliens are animated. Half the robot is animated.
And, Frank, you get the gore in Killer of Killers. There's tons of it.
That's another thing. Chainsaw Man, lots of gore.
Nice.
The Demon Slayer, lots of gore. And another great thing about animation when it comes to martial arts is nobody needs to train. All you need is directors and writers and animators who know how it should look. So you don't need to have somebody who has to work for 80 years to become a really good kung fu master. You just have to know how Kung Fu Mastery looks
Mm.
and know the process. So, and also the timing. That's another thing Jackie Chan would always complain about whenever he had a foreign a guaylo stuntman and all that. They had to redo the shot over and over and over and over because these guys wouldn't get the timing right.
Right.
But animation, no problem.
Copy that. Rick, we got like maybe 18 minutes left with Frank.
Oh,
so
okay.
You know.
Okay, that's right. Okay. So next one is Sinners.
Boom.
Sinners is I love multiple genre movies. This starts as a legitimate drama by an African American who's talking about the African American experience in America, and he uses it in the era. And also, originally, I was going, they're going to have Michael B. Jordan play both main roles. What? That's so pretentious. How egocentric can you be? And then the beginning of the movie, they do the magic trick. The first scene, there's a magic trick where he plays two brothers or two cousins or whatever he calls himself, basically two twins. And at the beginning, they're waiting for a Ku Klux Klan guy to come to show up to sell them this place that they're going to turn into a speakeasy, a bar, a music club. And they keep handing each other things. First matches, then a cigarette, and they keep doing it. And basically, it's Ryan Coogler looking at me going, see what I'm doing here? You can't tell that this is one person, can you? And I'm going, no, I can't. You got me, Ryan. You got me. I see the magic trick. I'll shut up and lean back now. And 45 minutes, great drama, beginning of romance, terrific little even comedy, great history lesson. 45 minutes in, horror movie.
Yeah.
We're talking, no question about it. Legit. Again, just like these other guys I'm talking about, this guy knows the legends of vampires. He may have written my vampire, he may have read my vampire book, where I go through the actual history of vampires before Bram Stoker made it all macho, made it all men. It's just terrific. And by the end of it, it's transcendent. It's a drama, it's a musical, it's a horror movie, and they all work and they feed each other.
Great villain too. Great villain. Yeah.
Amazing. The whole thing is amazing. And also he's great because he's not one note. He's not one dimensional. He's again multidimensional.
Right.
You know where he's come. I felt his pain.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to hate him, but I felt his pain, and I still wanted him killed badly. But I could feel him. I could understand him. All right. Next one, weapons. I love a good fairy tale. This is the best Grimm's fairy tale ever put to film. And the ending is so satisfying. Again, I came to it trepidatious because I was afraid they do what so many other bad horror movies, or what I consider bad horror movies do, which is, of course, the villain's going to win at the end. Of course they are, because, it's a horror movie and that's what you want. That's true. If you want to make money off a horror movie, you do make it for the $30 million audience and just make the villain win at the end. I was told several times by people in several genres, make the villains win at the end. I don't like that. This one, the ending is so satisfying. It's so good. It is so Grimm's fairy tale and so awesome. Strongly recommend. Next one, not picking any of the John Wick movies except this one. If you haven't seen it, go see it now.
Bam.
Wick is Pain. This was supposed to be a movie about the making of John Wick, #1. But then John Wick was rejected by the first studio who was producing it and said, we're not going to do it. So this is a movie about how they saved John Wick and how they continued John Wick. It is the best movie about the making, a modern, cheap action movie making, to my mind, ever. And it just is terrific. So Wick is Pain is a great movie and also a great documentary, also a great title, because it is Wick is Pain. Because remember, Wick doesn't feel any. So the filmmakers do. Anyway, and of course, here's the one.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
15 years ago, Zootopia 1 made $1 billion. And
Wow.
and Disney treated it like an ugly stepchild. They did not promote it, and it still made $1 billion. They did not do toys for it. And again, even though Chapek wasn't there yet, it was as if the Chapek-like people, the power mongers, they were going to punish Zootopia because Zootopia wasn't supposed to be a huge success. But the audience said, yes, it should be. And now Zootopia 2, they are free. That poster alone tells you what's going to happen. The same thing I told you about the other movie, about looking at different parts of the screen, do it in Zootopia. And here they're speaking English, so you don't have to worry about the language. There's so much in this movie, so many jokes, so many in-jokes, so much fan favor, so much of everything, but everything works. These guys are designed beautifully. These guys are animated beautifully. Yeah, that's right. Zootopia 2 might work better, and it deserves to, because it also does something that Disney has not done. One of the reasons, probably one of the reasons that Zootopia 1 was downtrodden, now that I think about it, is that the people who made Soul at Disney and the other Afterlife movies, I think there was another Afterlife movie that they made at Disney.
Coco or?
Yeah, Coco, yeah. But again, you'll notice in those afters, but especially Soul, there's not any, they're saying that the only thing that exists in the afterlife are humans. Humans are the only thing that are deserving of an afterlife. And while I was watching Soul, I'm going, what the F? Where are the amoebas? Where are the ants? Where are the animals? Where is all of that? And here Zootopia comes and says, we wildly outnumber you. And in fact, you know, again, the setup for the sequel, outside of the Predator Badlands, that ending, you know, Mom, the ending of this one again is kind of like, you know, here we're bringing the serpents into the garden, and the last shot in the end credit sequence shows you what's coming in 3, and I would imagine 4 is going to be something else too. So be that it may, finally equal time for us all. And it's also great, wildly entertaining, incredibly funny, incredibly smart, incredibly exciting. The action is great. So yeah, baby, that's my top 10 list.
I have to ask you, did you see this in 3D?
Actually, yes. I didn't want to. But
Frank
my
approved.
host, the man who brought me, and I say, and you know, for me, 3D is distracting. I'm fine with a flat screen because the way they animate now, it might as well be 3D. Most of the time, I don't even see it in 3D. While I'm watching it, it does, rather than it does that Hitchcock thing, it doesn't do this for me. While I'm getting used to 3D, it does this. It goes back to, I can see it flat. Because again, I don't want to be distracted. The main thing I don't like about 3D is it makes unimportant things important. In other words, sometimes because they're doing the 3D effect, they'll have a shot of a cigarette in the background, and I'm just staring at the cigarette because it does this, while everything else is flat.
Yeah.
And so I don't need that. But if it's really good 3D and the people who make the 3D are doing it for a reason that adds to the depth of the literal and figurative depth of the movie, I'm happy. But most of the time, no, they're just putting it on. And so this wasn't bad, but I don't remember any 3D moment. No, there was one 3D moment in Zootopia 2 that was worth the 3D. But even then, it didn't require it. But it did make the point that this thing is important. That was in the background. But that's it. But
well,
yes.
Yeah, this again was a blast. We're going to be doing this every year, obviously. Thank you guys for watching. Click on the links below. That's right. You can follow Frank. That's right. And Kung Fu Santa himself. And if you enjoyed yourself here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. Keep following the Movie Dojo podcast right here on YouTube and on Spotify. And what I love about doing these kind of lists is all 3 of our lists were completely different, but we did have some same ones. Good.
I actually had one film that I think I should have mentioned.
Okay.
Creation of the Gods 2. But again,
Ooh.
I think it's because the fact that it never came out on video. There's some copyright issue, or whatever, and nobody has released it on video yet, or even on streaming. If you go to like Apple, it just says coming soon. But I thought Creation Was a Ghost 2 was actually quite good. So
I
no
agree.
Haya or nothing like that yet. Maybe not yet. Haya.
I
Streaming
thought
service?
No, Haya didn't get that film. Haya did not.
Oh,
have
okay. Okay.
they wanted it. They
wanted it.
Well, when you showed me that trailer, Frank, I was like, I have to see this. So hopefully we get it over here and we can watch it.
And hopefully, and it didn't make that much money, as much money as expected. So the last film is now in doubt. Whether they're going to finish the trilogy is now in doubt.
Okay.
And that's why you can't find it. But I'm in total agreement. Although I didn't have room on my list for it, but
But I love doing this because all three of us have similar but yet extremely different lists. We all have three different tastes. You know, you got Frank with the Avatar, you got Rick with the Phoenician Scheme, and you got me. That's right, Death Stalker. I mean, that sums all three of us up.
War
right
of the
there.
Worlds. War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. We all agree on War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. And all of you that watch this after this is not live, let us know in the chat. Oh, excuse me, the comments below your best and worst of last year. All right. Take care, everyone.
Happy New Year, guys. Bye.
Take care. Peace out.